Let's get ready to
rip a fight!
What the hell is even that?
That is one big pilot.
For a modern gaming audience.
Why are you running?
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
We're communists.
Woke.
Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
I'm cured! Praise God!
He vatored! He vatored!
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
For a modern gaming audience.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
Welcome to Nerd Wars. Sorry about that. Welcome to Nerd Wars.
Please clap.
Welcome. Dang it, it's the claps are moving so fast, I missed it. I swear. I missed it the first time, ladies, but then I get it in the second try. I swear. What?
Can we make it to 38 seconds? I'm almost. Never mind. I'll finish.
No, that's too long. All right. Plus, Gooch isn't here, and
Tired already. Jesus.
Badger, how are you living today?
I'm a sinner. I'm a
Oh
sinner.
yes, guys, we did this crazy thing where we went to the movie theaters, and Badger won. He saw the good movie, and I saw what Justin Cook made me see, and I will never. Ever forgive him for a few minutes, and then I'll forgive him.
We made him watch Pee Wee Herman's New Adventure, and that's all right.
Yes. No, I watched like PTSD Trigger, the movie, essentially. A movie made only for the military, but I would recommend to maybe a quarter of the military because
sounds like I'm going to like it, though.
Like you and ABF, which are any of you who wore the tactical vest while shooting in Vegas. Yeah, anyone wearing plate carriers in Vegas would probably enjoy this. People who are like a bunch of tismers who really like a bunch of numbers and letters being spoken through radios.
Alpha Mike, we are 4 clicks away.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, Alpha Niner, Northside.
I'm getting hard just hearing the fucking abbreviation. So yeah, I'll go watch more.
All over.
They're wearing all of them are wearing clothes from the 80s or 90s. Oh, yep, that's our target. Oh, sounds awesome. Where were we? Moxie. How much longer you got for Gothy, Moxie? Like 6 more days? What is it? January, February?
More days. 30 days has September, April, June.
No. You count with
doing
the
the
knuckles.
knuckle. He was doing the knuckle trick.
Come on.
My fist.
I'm old school.
Mox, how you doing?
It's doing just dandy. Caffeinated and ready.
Here's C4. Sponsor all of us, please.
I've been drinking blue dye to get my
I had that earlier.
No, I just it's methylene blue. Yeah, I've been trying it out. It's actually pretty great. I like it. I take way less naps these days, but you don't get all coked out like you guys do on your C4s. So
how dare you?
I'm liking it. It does turn my pea blue and blue green though. Oh. That's a little weird when that comes out. Corn boy. It's a peace sign. No, it's a thumbs up. Come on. Jeez, why do you have to look? God. I was Ravens and crows, best bird. I said it. They're like death and stuff, but then they're smart and can use tools. Like ravens can talk and stuff. I'm just gonna say ravens and crows underrated. All right.
Bullies.
We got a little bit of easing it into the stories today. And don't you worry. I'm gonna make fun of Bella Ramsey for being a tart. Actually, I have a new shirt for that that Gothy sent me. But first, we didn't get to it yesterday. Julia Garner recalls gender swap Fantastic Four offer. Wait, isn't this Silver Surfer a man? Well, I'll play anything. All right, so they picked the best person for the job, I assume, right? Well, not according to her interview. Blah, 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 blah. Ozark, blah, blah, blah. I was confused because I was like, wait, isn't the Silver Surfer a dude? I was just like, okay, I'll play. Yeah. I was a very big fan of Matt. So there's already in my mind like I should probably meet with Matt Shackman because he's a very smart director and I love his work. And then he told her all about the Child Ball and he's telling me a whole bunch of things. And we were like all over the place, 1960s and like all over the place. She says, I think twice. I don't know how he will hire me for this job. I mean, we were talking about communism, brutalist architecture, all this stuff. And then they were like, you got it. I was like, wait, what? So I think that we vibed. She didn't think she was getting the job, but she was like, nah, bro, we vibed. But you never know, basically, is what I'm saying. And then we scroll down here. That was my first time doing that technology, and it was crazy. Oh, so they hired her because she has lots of experience doing all the, green screen stuff and all the mocap stuff, right? Right? Nope. First time doing it. She looks like ugly ass white trash. No offense to her. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say no to her, but this is her at her absolute best, and it's going to be a hard pass from me. Why? So why any of this? Why?
A little harsh on her, I would think, but more importantly, why does the CGI look so bad?
I mean, if I were living in a trailer park, it'd be a big wood for me. But
you're pretty much trailer park adjacent. We got to get you out of there.
Oh no, it should be soon. But I'm getting into another ghetto. It's just a much nicer ghetto, but it has working internet.
Moving on.
That's her. I'm gonna go ahead and be a stand-in for Gooch.
Good deluxe Rossi in the sky. Wearing my lovely shirt. Shout out Rossi for 5.
It was H good morning. What is that supposed to be? It was just a good morning.
Probably.
You voice to text.
Rossi.
Wait,
Chris Gore.
Jar Jar guy. After his open bar comments, I know his take on Jar Jar is correct. Anyway,
if you start drinking early,
it's got to be the voice to text.
He was getting crunk.
When you do voice to text, do you say like hard rose and limp rose to get the different emotes? Or
that's hilarious.
Also, and then yes, after this we'll do a little quick discussion of open bar and Andoria. Tomac for a 20. I didn't even get my gun out. So Erwin, you want new games? I have a feeling you just sent me some, Tomac.
You've always been so positive. You're always so kind. Always so supportive.
Just sent you a game that came out a day before the Oblivion remake came out. I may have streamed for 4 hours yesterday. It goes by Doll's Nest. Doll's Nest?
What?
Well,
that's weird.
Do with dolls. I'm gonna assume.
I don't care about oxygen. I need boobies, nothing more.
Probably boobies.
Well, Saturday is the day we talk about gaming stuff, so I will discuss that tomorrow. All right. And Grandmaster Chris. Did anyone else notice the parallels between Abby killing Joel and Negan killing Glenn? Both moments killed their respective franchise. Yeah, we will be talking about it. It most certainly destroyed it, and now they're all calling it review bombing. It's actually our next topic. Yeah. So, Badger, how did you watch some open bar? I caught most of the
no, I was elsewhere.
And then Drinker put out his video saying it's off to a rough start.
I was tired of the whole debate about Andor and the.
I know, but that's the thing. There isn't a debate now because they all think it sucks too.
Oh, so Mahler doesn't like this season.
Actually, I don't know because he stayed really quiet. So my guess is
that means he's probably upset.
Some tactical, yeah, he is dealing with some inner emotions, I'm guessing.
Well, because we all I know you liked Arcane season 2, but they all seem to like the first season and then were disappointed by it. So it seems like this is a pattern of something that, whether it's true or not, it's a pattern of something that they liked the first season and then the second season it wasn't so great. Oh, that's why he was quiet, because Mahler liked it. Is that what it was for Red?
Also for Boo.
Hubba. Stop that.
Drinker didn't say he didn't like it. He just found it boring, but he had good stuff, other good stuff to say. Oh, well.
Their outspoken passion for it is a bit less outspoken. Literally.
Okay. She was like dancing in the rave and shit. That's what I want my rebellion leaders to do.
The horrible tone switches. Oh my god. Moxie, are you planning on watching some Andor? Because
I didn't watch season 1. I have zero interest in season 2.
Good.
I can't fucking wait for Versus on Monday. Bobby better show up. I can't wait to hear about how much he loves the allegory and the ice and the farm immigrants. I can't wait.
Or the Jewish mother getting put in her place by Space Karen for some reason. No, we already cried about it yesterday. Today, I'm crying about Last of Us. Are you watching Last of Us season 2, Moxie?
Based.
I did watch Last of Us season 1. I didn't play the game.
You're banned.
Well, it's too homely. I can't.
Too homely.
Yeah, I watch
Potato face.
That's actually what we're about to get into. Oh no, Magnum, what's he saying? I was normally when I played Last of Us 2 and I loved the game. I also felt like I'm a
British cigarette.
Also, what I'm hearing is I was right to be concerned about what Magnum was saying. Shut up, Magnum. Sorry.
Yeah.
Miss Star.
I ironically didn't play the game because I know it's really good and the sequel is really bad. And there's no reason to make myself like something only for its follow-up to have it be destroyed.
Game of Thrones. That's why would I watch Game of Thrones when everyone's so mad about the ending? Also, what is that? People are not happy with episode 2, but before we get to that, we have to talk about the Tard and her climate activism and stuff like that. Oh wait, did I click out of it? Oh wait, no.
By the way, I love this.
Okay,
Erwin.
no. Oh yes.
Where something's so bad because of ideology that it fucking radicalizes them.
It has, yeah. A lot of people don't care until it affects something you care about, and then that's when people finally start caring. And that is such a perfect.
The Last Jedi. Captain Marvel, things where like it wasn't just bad, it was when you didn't like it, you got attacked for not liking it. The Last of Us 2, all of these were patterns.
Star Wars stuff.
And that's what makes people go, wait, what the fuck? Why? This is very obviously bad. Or why am I being attacked? And then they go onto the internet and you find us. You find base gothies explaining and talking and pointing out and saying that, oh no, you're not alone. We weaponized our autism.
More on that soon. All right, now so it appears we're going to be talking about the review bombing, and then we'll get to old Tardy McTard face. From Collider, The Last of Us Season 2's Rotten Tomatoes audience score gets infected by review bombers. It would appear that the trolls are out of their caves. Dun, dun, dun. And it's a victim of review bombing. And then my favorite part, oh wait, I saw it the other day, is woman, right? And woman, oh yeah. Why is it that review bombers always seem to target women? Collider, I've got news for you. I made sure to highlight lots of them in the next article. This thing right here is not a woman. It turns out there. Let's see. They, them. There, they, them, they, there. Look, it's a green activist. Oh, what's that? Greta Thunberg, also a tard? Oh, is there a link between being tarded, non-binary, and a climate activist? I wonder. Is it the chemicals we're putting in the water to turn the Bella Ramseys gay? Maybe.
I have an innie right now.
I know. I'm sorry, chat. Give me money, or you have to look at Bella Ramsey. Actually, you guys have been very generous. Actually, I apologize. I'm sorry for saying that. You guys have been very generous already.
Are we really shocked, Red, that she does the pronoun thing?
Okay, so blah, 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 we're trolls. Okay, so that's all we need from that. Now let's read some of these trolls who came out of their cave. I was enjoying the story up until the point that the protagonist was brutally murdered. This is just depressing. I'm out. Troll out of his cave. And then so the reason they write these, it's getting review bombed, is so they get all the crazies like Stephen D here to come out and love bomb it with all the 5-star ratings. Blah, blah, blah. Overcome your ego and the need for an actor to perfectly personify a character in a game. And this is epic saga will once again leave you wanting more. So a lot of the 5 stars literally are talking shit about the 1 stars. And it's like, so you're just doing the exact same thing. But you're actually full of shit where these 1 stars are actually well-deserved. I watched the first 2 episodes. It is the Acolyte level trash. Literally only compliment I could give it was the cameras are really nice.
Shut up. To see you next Tuesday.
Wait, who?
Just bring back thou and thee. If we're going to fucking switch up our speech.
Shut up and take my money. Great second season. Yeah, I bet. I'd hope that they would rethink the way they approach it. Here's super freaking nuanced one. I think they could have told a really interesting story from 2 perspectives by following Joel and Ellie and also Abby, but leaving Abby's motivation ambiguous. Imagine both of those stories all season. All season, correct, because this is episode 2 it happens. Only to find the meat at the end of the season, and Joel gets the end he deserves. People could have learned about Abby and sympathized with her, as well as getting more story from Joel and Ellie. They don't do any of that. They literally just murder him. The only story arc he has in the first 2 episodes is that Ellie's mad at him because she's a teenage it, and teenage its just go through that. We learn about that in the therapy session that Joel has in like the first episode.
Makes sense. Like, if the big controversy from the second game was that they deceptively edited the trailers to make it look like Joel was in far more of it, knowing full well that people wanted to play as the male protagonist, and then you brutally kill him off and force people to play as the female protagonist because that's what they wanted the focus to be all along. It's the same with the TV show. We don't want you to expand on Pedro. We just want you to focus on our 2 lesbianas.
Yeah, we're going to force you down, and we're going to force the non-binary lesbian straight into you. Stop resisting, bigot.
Lick the button, bitches.
All right, Moxie, apparently we didn't understand what's going on. Could you please take this 6-month membership chat for us, please?
Alonzo Mosley, my out-of-context comment about Ravens was in ref to Moxie show earlier when she was talking about Ravens on her roof lurking.
Yes, but you got Ravens like hunting you down?
Yeah, they bully me. They bully me for offerings, and if I don't pay up, they terrorize me by throwing rocks on my ceiling.
Literally. Yes, that's why they're the best. They're smart, but when you're smart, you usually use your smartness to be an asshole.
Or knock on the window, the door, the glass door.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like you're in a horror movie.
There should not be people knocking just randomly. So when you hear the knocking, it's like, nobody's there. It's like,
quote the Raven.
Yes, that's who I thought of first when you
Who's that rap tapping upon my chamber door?
We'll do one more review, and then we got a couple fivers to get to. Joel was the only compelling character, and now he's dead. I have no reason to watch anymore. At least when Ned Stark was killed, we had multiple other characters we cared about. This show is dead.
Yeah, they thought this might have been a Sean Bean Game of Thrones upset, but that was something that was known from the books and didn't alienate everyone from it. It's just a shocking event.
Do not kill off your main character unless you have a strong ensemble cast. And like I said, Bella Ramsey is like on my shit list now. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? I'm stopping watching this after the 2nd episode. I'm also considering no longer playing golf. Let's see. This one, super nuanced and makes a lot of good points, and give it a 2.5. So far, not impressed. Thoroughly enjoyed season 1. Never having played the games, had no prior investment in the story arcs, but really enjoyed the character and world building. Looking forward to seeing how the story was going to develop. So thoroughly disappointed that the titular character was mercilessly killed off in the 2nd episode of season 2. Kind of ruined it for me going forward.
Haters. Just haters.
All that weird success that Last of Us season 1 had, I don't think it's going to happen for season 2. All right, wait, let's see. Season 2, episode 2 has confirmed my fears for the show. It is no staying power. It's foolish to think Bella Ramsey could carry the show. Correct. In the Puff piece, it talks about how she's like, it's like a powerhouse, and it's like such a good actress.
Hard to look at.
And it was so good in Game of Thrones that the showrunners wanted more of it.
Slapping the hand away. Go.
Very disappointed. I was expecting better. I'm boycotting the rest of the season after episode 2. Outstanding adaptation of the game. The visuals and writing are top-notch as usual. Tommy wielding the flamethrower was awesome. Actually, no, it sucked. He barely did anything. The flamethrower was terrible. And then all of a sudden, they were losing. They were doomed. The town was overrun. They were screwed. And then it cuts back, and they're cleaning up the bodies.
Speaking of bodies, Sturgeon 510 for $4.99. The review trolls are out of their caves and are going to the barbecue. The blue-haired hobbits. Ooh, blue-haired hobbits. Probably the smell would be toxic. Very plastic smelling.
A lot of talks about the casting for Ellie, and then that's the whole cope is. Characters don't have to be the exact same, but then they cast an actress for Abby that would have been a great Ellie, and I can't get. I don't know if this was in the game. Ellie says like 2 curse words a sentence. It's the most cringe thing I've ever seen. It's like boss bitch gone wild. It's everything wrong with feminism, like every single thing wrong with like how they destroyed society, like turning women into men and men into women. It's like all of that, like perfectly distilled and into a perfect little. creates this little like micron of like negative super demon energy, like some travel through like warp hole event horizon style. And then that seed was planted into an embryo that became Bella Ramsey. She is a demon sent from hell to trans your children.
Pedro is
My
for Obi-Wan.
nuanced professional opinion.
Pedro and his sister brother, as you fucking called it, which is not to be confused with the redneck sister brothers who are actually related. This is just an actual sister brother. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
And refer to him as daddy in that little BuzzFeed clip. Like, no, thank you.
As we learn in this, give me money or you have to look at Bella Ramsey. They were like besties, and they knew that like it was gonna come to an end because obviously he has to die, and she was like working all up for it. And yeah, no, I think Bella Ramsey plus sister brother combined is why Pedro Pascal, who used to be able to act, is now incapable of it. The woke mind virus literally destroyed his ability to act. Oh.
Pedro.
The sequel's fantastic. Abby gets Scott Steiner. Steiner math? No, Scott Steiner.
I don't know, but doesn't
someone?
the other famous thing
die?
is Abby gets plowed very vigorously and they show it. But Abby is big and jacked and looks like a man, so everyone jokingly said that it's gay sex. And I think,
oh yeah,
do you remember
where they put like Gary and like Ryan's face on
and
it for memes?
I'm
stuff?
trying to remember who it was, but they got like someone took it down and they got in trouble for porn, and then they said that no, that's not porn, that's two men, and it got upheld. So it's peak for fucking just jokes, dude.
Meanwhile, Smash is like getting in trouble for having knees that look like boobs in his thumbnail or whatever happened with him. Yeah.
Was it Az? It was Az. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. He claimed it was two men and they fucking whatever. It's hilarious.
Oh God. Okay, sorry. Hollywood Reporter. Hey, number 1 on the call sheet. Bella Ramsey takes fucking charge of The Last of Us. You fucking idiot retards. I'm the boss around here. Like that's her attitude the entire time. She's the most unlikable cunt I've ever seen. I wanted to punch her in the face, and I'm like, oh, that's really bad of me. I should not want to punch a woman in the face. And I remembered it's not a woman. I went, good. I want to punch it in the face in Minecraft. It's a demon sent from hell to chop your kid's balls off. So we need a moratorium on certain people for a decade. Now we need to put a moratorium on Bella Ramsey in the pits of hell for like 1,000 years, like end times, like Revelations prophecy, where like we lock Lucifer in his cage and he doesn't come out for another 1,000 years. We need to lock Bella Ramsey along. Well, Bella Ramsey probably just is Lucifer. Lock it in a cage for 1,000 years.
Lock it up. Magnum Norris for 5. Now you know what I'm putting down, Erwin. Get with the fucking program, bro. Laughing my ass off.
What do you mean? I'm with the program, Magnum. All my homies are with the program. Do we have another one?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting a little unhinged.
Speaking of demons sent straight from the bowels of hell, hi, Horror with Nods for 5. Who said hobbits taste like children? Bella won't be able to hold this season together, and they are going to rely on flashbacks with Pedro to keep audiences in.
I don't think so.
Children or chicken?
I've heard.
Yeah, I know. It's
both.
So they had him. They had him for 2 episodes, and they did nothing with him other than put him in therapy and have Bella be a bitch to him, or Ellie be a bitch to him. So I don't even know if they really do much with the flashbacks. There's like, oh, they're gonna have to rely on him. Why didn't they rely on him in the episode 1 and 2 before he dies? Seems like a good time to get some good Joel moments in before you kill him off. No, so I don't even know if they'll lean into the flashbacks that hard. That's what you would think, but I'm already like this, and I haven't even gotten into all the they thems of the article. Eat some oatmeal, listen to some music, go to hair and makeup, and then watch Pedro Pascal get beaten to death with a golf club. Honestly, sounds like a good day. Besides, Ramsey figured their Last of Us character, the strong yet stubborn apocalypse. Is what you mean to say. Apocalypse survivor Ellie didn't have a chance to mentally brace herself. Oh, wait, no. So Ellie herself, before seeing her beloved surrogate father figure, Joel, get violently murdered. So when the moment finally came with Ramsey sobbing and pinned to the floor, it just all came out. It was a horrible performance. It was so bad. Don't watch it. Like literally, I'm not kidding. Like Moxie is banned from watching it. Badger, you deserve it. You can watch it. All right, so Game of Thrones, they all loved her so much. The director was it was so intense. It was so good. It's terrible. It's terrible. They keep saying that it's a good actress, and it's not. It's so bad. And so is Pedro. And so it's Deanna or whatever the goddamn lesbian hot girl's name, the dyke. Them earned a Emmy nomination. Lesbians, Neil Druckmann. Their identity coming out as non-binary and promoting the show's first season. They don't know which pronouns they prefer, but they like them the most because it's the most truthful thing for it. The beating sequence marks some major personal shifts. First, it was the beginning of saying a workplace goodbye to Pedro Pascal, with whom they formed an extraordinary close bond across 2 seasons of filming in Canada. In Canada, of course. When asked among the I don't even care. Understanding was time was limited, so they all blah blah blah. Their struggles, mine shift was okay. Now here we go. The Soul Star. Yeah, I want to see her version of my struggle. Bella Ramsey's my struggle. The 20-year-old is open about their struggles with anxiety. And recently revealed they were diagnosed with autism while filming the show's first season. What? And then an avid environmentalist, Ramsey has a green writer and them's contract. Typically, celebrity writers are swank trailers, but a green writer is less self-serving, but more ambitious, requiring sets to embrace across-the-board sustainability.
Oh my God, SDGs.
Yeah, we actually literally, and a lot of people...
It's disgusting.
And I totally understand how people who don't follow the political side wouldn't understand that her being tarded, her being non-binary, and her being a climate activist, they're all intimately connected. Like all of the crazy left woke mind virus is all connected through all the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, which was all the United Nations, which that was all set up by the Rockefellers, which they were the billionaires of old. They were also super into eugenics, fun stuff like that. Sustainability. They're the ones really concerned about the environment by enslaving us all into sci-fi dystopia. It covers every department. The producers have to adhere to certain things, and so does the actor. Blah, 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 blah. Sustainability conscious, gay. I would never consider myself a leader. Now, it acts like a leader, and it's you get the 5'1", 100-pound women beating up all the SWAT dudes, and you're just this is absurdly unrealistic. It's that just on a whole nother level, gay Canadian levels. It's absurd and so unrealistic. And then they just pretend she's such a good actress. She's got so much screen presence. What a leader. She's the #1 on the call sheet. She's so young. I'm very happy to lead a set and have a lot of influence over the tone and dynamic. You know what? I should curse 3 fucking times per fucking sentence because that'll make me look even fucking cooler. Everyone takes me fucking serious now because I said fuck a lot. I hate her so. All of you are banned from watching it. Just believe me.
Sebrew, I love you. Nadia and her husband dress like little retarded children with their hats flipped up in high water. So thank you, brother. Thank you.
Okay, I think this is my last bit. For Ramsey, this meant trying to tear down workplace hierarchy, making sure that everybody felt comfortable and welcome, seen, and heard.
Do you feel seen and heard?
Silver Surfer wasn't the only one talking about communism with producers. Clearly, so is Bella Ramsey and commie. Next tab. Hey guys, we saw Sinners and stuff.
Correct.
Oh, real quick though, since we're talking non-binaries, J.K. Rowling, after the UK finally figured out men are men and women are women. I love it when a
Black Snape
comes together. I know. Right?
What about Black Snape, J.K.?
And then some pedo activist or whatever, I assume pedo activist, did a whole thing about how she's evil. And then Pedro says, awful, disgusting shit is exactly right. Heinous loser behavior. He's probably wearing a dress or painting his fingernails while he said that.
Stealing luggage, female luggage from the airport.
Yes. But on a sexier note, Sydney Sweeney to star in Split Fiction. Wait for this. Director John Chu, who's the one who did Wicked, Deadpool, and Wolverine writers. Sydney Sweeney starring, Wicked director, which regardless of how you like musicals or how gay you thought it was, the direction was incredible in that movie. And Deadpool and Wolverine writers, which regardless
likes the story,
how much story there is, the jokes and character stuff was amazing. And then Split Fiction, that's the one where two writers get like sucked into their own little like fantasy world they created. And it's like fantasy sci-fi. You go back and forth. It Takes Two, that developer. Turns out It Takes Two also getting its own movie. So a lot of people thought essentially. Well, no, you have to like die to go in. And so a lot of us were concerned it was gonna be woke because there's two female writers. Two female writers, like it was obviously gonna be woke. But then I believe it was Smash and Hypno even played it together. And Hypno, I believe in this chat was like it was good and not woke. So people really liked it. It sold well. My nephew bought it, like he used his birthday money to buy it, was really excited to play it and also enjoyed it. Popular. You get Sydney Sweeney in it, you get a good director, and you get good writers. What the hell? I'm mildly excited about a Split Fiction movie.
Got a couple in the row from Magnum Norse. For two, Show is dead, just like the game.
Yeah, and Joel. Yeah.
Canada's gay.
Duh.
For 5, so we really felt strongly about that. And also for 5, excellent teats. Thank you. I need to work out. I'll do more push-ups soon.
Thank you for the reminder. I actually definitely owed you guys one of these. I hadn't seen this one. Black and white, Sydney Sweeney, kind of hits different. Just saying. All right,
confirmed.
Thank you, chat, for helping us.
James Dean.
but that's a gender swap I could get behind. A little look-see at what you guys can expect from the next goal. There's a lot of jiggle, but the first taste is free. All right. I think we got to be getting close to. All right, Split Fiction. What the hell? I'm really excited. So, Moxie, here we go. So we got female writers getting sucked into a video game. One of them is going to be played by Sydney Sweeney. It's directed by Wicked director. Wayman's loved Wicked. Does this interest you at all?
I didn't love Wicked. It was okay.
Misogynist.
Yes.
But so you're not excited for Split Fiction. We shouldn't get you a ticket.
Seen anything that Sydney Sweeney has been in?
I have seen a lot more Sydney Sweeney than I've seen her in movies. Hey, I saw Madam Web in theater. I did my part to support women. Okay.
But the little trifecta thing sounds interesting. I'll wait for a trailer.
And she's also, Sydney Sweeney is executive producing Girl Power.
Lame.
Girl Power.
Okay, we lost points for that. Sorry.
Sweeney with who?
Oh, we don't.
Yeah.
Well, I believe it's, let's see, Split Fiction. I think it's a white woman and a ethnically ambiguous woman, isn't it?
Okay, well, I'll
is there scissoring? Like,
I don't know.
We'll have to have Sinners, who was also the mayor in the Batman, who played Bella Real. We had to look at Jamie something. There you go. There's my fan cast.
Ethnically ambiguous. I can't find a bigger one.
Yeah, when you say ethnically ambiguous, Nut Bunny is correct. That's who they throw Zendaya, and that's why Zendaya gets what she does, because she's ethnically ambiguous.
Oh my god!
Oh
no!
My god.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's gonna be fucking Hot Girl. It's gonna be it's a Bella Mercedes.
Hey, he hit Mage Demon.
Oh, really? Nice.
They're hitting
Mage is still subscribed.
They are hitting Andy Masterson. Oh my god.
ABF, you're a video game enjoyer. We got Split Fiction coming from director of Wicked, which he directed the hell of that movie, and Deadpool and Wolverine writers with starring Sydney Sweeney. I am mildly interested. Magnum Norse is too. I'm a very simple man. Sydney Sweeney is not talented, but she's intelligent. Her personality is
talents.
This power level is amazing. It's spectacular.
And why are there donuts everywhere?
Lana did that.
Do you want ants? Because that's how you get ants.
Moxie, you're hit. Oh my god. Delta Tactical
her?
4. We need a 5 mic right now, ASAP. Delta 3 coming in for the 4-9. Is that what is that? Did you wait in line for that?
That's my CPU, baby.
Oh,
We did have
camera
camera
out?
hunting. This is the good one. No, this isn't exactly
hunted.
Nintendo Switch 2.
This
can actually play 1080p on like a Switch 2.
Shout out War Master.
Mankind has only one chance to prosper. If you will not seize it, then I will.
Yeah, I need to speak to War Master because everything's coming in like the next week, but the power supply is going to take forever. So I'm thinking about canceling it and trying to see if they got one at Best Buy. So I will be speaking with War Master later, but hopefully we get that PC built soon. Should be doing a PC stream. So if I screw anything up, you guys will have it on tape. So thank you so much. ABF has most certainly unlocked the next Sydney Sweeney tiers. And we're getting close. We're definitely getting close to a movie spin, which I was thinking for the last Friday of the month, I go a little easier on the movie spins because I want to see more movie spins.
She knows what she's doing.
She knows.
Yeah, the movie Immaculate, where she just had a baby and she was a nun. Immaculate Conception.
She's like a demon sexy nun or whatever. All right. So this camera person also knew what they were doing. We're looking at the dress. This is when they ask about the dress. And it's
beautiful dress.
Straight zoom. Yeah, Moxie, what do you think of her dress? It's coming back here in a second. What do you think of that dress? It looks kind of uncomfortable.
Got the sport built in.
Oh, yeah, I know. You can see. Yeah, it looks hot. Yeah. Yeah, she's got all that. Oh, yeah. All that. Yeah. What?
Kind of like boning in there for like the cinching, and then it's called boning.
Yes. All the boning. Yeah. All that boning.
Is it really? I thought it was called piping, but that's just as bad.
No, it's called
boning
and like corsets and stuff. Yes.
Yes. Yes. I like corsets.
I like boning.
ABF Ernest Spin. I'd love to hear who ABF wants to play the ethnically ambiguous girl. I will say, I had forgotten there are dragons. So that means there will probably be dragons in the movie. I'm even more excited now. Did we get okay, yeah, we got to hear about Sydney's
boning.
Hey,
Beavis. Did everyone notice that Ryan Kennel also has a big forehead like Butthead and Beavis? Yeah.
All right. The wheel of good and bad. I got some sneakers on here. I got some real good ones. What are we gonna hit? Total Recall new? Total Recall new? Yes, please.
You've already seen this. You have already seen this.
I know. Well,
and recently.
No, not recently. It was like 8 years ago.
That's recent.
So, but Badger keeps besmirching it and not admitting how good it is. So I've been needing to rewatch. I also haven't seen the old one in a while, which hence why it says new, because the old one is on there. Are you guys not? Are you not happy with this? Do I need to do it another
Total
spin?
Recall needs to be on Mars. Get your ass to Mars.
But that whole plot line just comes out of left field as it is. So like, I don't feel like that's a good enough excuse because that was kind of shitty writing. It's just like, we're hoarding all the water on Mars. It's just like out of nowhere.
Colin is fine. Colin's not the problem. Colin Farrell's fine. It's not him, and it's not even fucking the two co-hosts. He's got the good ones. Like I like everyone in it. Bryan Cranston. When you make it a one world government, that's what I don't understand. It's like literally ideology. The movie between the Earth elevator and China. I don't know, man.
That one. I thought that was in there. Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck?
It is not Total Recall, but it is some fantastic sci-fi.
Okay.
It's some fantastic 7 out of 10 sci-fi.
1L. He's one of those boring Collins. Kate Beckinsale's thighs strangling him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, yeah.
No, I love Kate Beckinsale. She's what's the other one that is good in it?
Badger's not happy.
Justin Timberlake's Jessica Biel. It's just not.
Oh yeah.
It's just not Total Recall.
Street Fighter 2 animation or Death Race? All right, Death Race 2000. That's actually
Verhoeven.
Oh, that's so weird.
You're not beating Verhoeven. Yeah, he keeps adding to it at the end. That's why.
Oh yeah, it's got 75.
Thank you, lady. 74. Just the only Roadhouse is the one with Patrick Swayze. The only Total Recall is the one with Arnold.
So it has Doom next to White Man Can't Jump. It's got What About Bob next to Natural Born Killers. Let's see, Hook next to Howard the Duck. Let's see, Top Gun next to Elektra. Star Crash next to Rounders, Demon City next to Cross the Spider-Verse, next to Romancing the Stone, next to It Man, next to Under Siege, next to I just added Flash Gordon.
You know what's really good?
I love this wheel.
Have you seen Jessica Biel? I think she's like peak attractiveness in acting. Jessica Biel and Nicolas Cage in the movie Next.
Huh.
Where he can see 30 seconds into the future or a couple minutes into the future.
I vaguely remember. I can't remember if
It's good. He works in Vegas as an illusionist, and he always sees this woman sitting at a table, and so he always every day. He goes to see if she'll show up. He's like in love with her, and played by. It was a good movie for a Nicolas Cage. Yeah, Next.
Julianne Moore as well.
Really good movie.
All right, that sounds like a perfect candidate to go on the wheel. It got even bigger. Suck it, Matthew.
Sorry. Thank you, Jabba. Yeah, that's good.
So I watched Redline, evangelized for that. People trying to dip their toes into some anime. If you're a fan of like the speed racer kind of like wacky racer genre, loved Redline. It was incredible. And then the wheel had me chose Cannonball Run, which is one of the OGs of like race movies. And then now it's got me watching Death Race 2000. So the wheel, like, it wants me to watch like all the wacky racer movies for some reason, which hey, works for me. All right, does that make it new Total Recall and Death Race 2000? Are you happy, Badge?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm happy.
Yeah. Sunday we will discuss me watching The Postman and enjoying
then
it.
I'll be really happy because he liked it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Today,
You've never heard of Death Race 2000 before, and the trailer is playing, and there's a big knife on the front of somebody's car, and oh my god!
Well, it says death.
Yeah, I'm interested. Yeah. Ooh, Mox. I bet this is one. If Nadia is still in chat, I know she probably enjoys this. The Silence of the Lambs.
One of my favorites.
Okay, see, I knew it. All right, Moxie, tell the chat why you enjoy Silence of the Lambs so much.
Creepy. It's the psychological, thriller thing. I like psychological thrillers. I don't particularly care for horror, but there is some element to that. But psychological
just
thriller.
a wee bit. I don't like horrors either. Jump scare at gore for like no reason. I'm not a big fan. The only thing that this really dabbles into that is when you have to see Buffalo Bill with his sack tucked back is a little much.
The song
I know,
slaps, though.
Yeah, it's such a good scene, but it certainly sticks with you.
Ladies.
Yes. Okay. So Anthony Hopkins, like obviously I knew everyone loved his performance. Holy crap, does it live up to expectations?
Yeah, it's good.
Now, when I think Gravitas, I'm going to be thinking like Al Pacino and basically like anything he is in. I'm going to be thinking like Colin Farrell Penguin. I'm going to be thinking like, old Vito Corleone and Godfather.
By the way,
and I'm going to be thinking Anthony Hopkins.
Notice how when you make someone really creepy, you just put a man in a dress.
No. They point out trans people actually aren't violent because they're all like meek and timid or whatever, something like that. They actually say that line. I'm like, oh, I have some interesting statistics from the future for you. Magnum Norse is still on a tear.
Someone's day drinking. Magnum Norse for 10. Erwin hasn't watched Sopranos or Breaking Bad. Therefore, his opinions are useless.
Thank you for reminding me. I wanted to go through my watch list because I got a little bit of anime to get through, and then I will be doing some Sopranos. All right.
Yeah, Breaking Bad, one of those things where Better Call Saul, the prequel, might be better than the original actual show.
It's so I'm going back and forth between anime and like classic shows I haven't watched. So it's Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Sopranos, My Hero Academia, Breaking Bad. Assassination Classroom, Stargate, SG1. I'm just doing first seasons for now. And anything I love, eventually I'll go through and binge the rest of. But I got to get through a bunch of season ones first. And hey, I will be testing the waters, see what I like most. All right, so a little more Silence of the Lambs. Anthony Hopkins absolutely just stole the show. Jodie Foster was fine. Nothing too particularly special. If her performance there's a little extra to her, or the writing had been a little extra, it really could have pushed this thing over the edge. For me, it's like
Red Dragon.
Oh,
Edward it's the prequel with Ed Norton.
Edward Norton.
And he's the one that gets Hannibal Lecter into jail to begin with.
And then Mads Mikkelsen plays
him
in
the
the
TV show
right?
version of it. That's the TV
but
show.
It was quite popular though, right?
Oh, friend of the channel, Hypnotic. Hello.
Yeah, what? No.
Hola.
Oh yeah, Hypno. Did you see Split Fiction is going to be getting a movie starring Sydney Sweeney? Oh, and I'd like to know who you want to cast as the ethnically ambiguous character, considering how ethnically ambiguous you are as a shadow monster. All right, so yeah, really held up. The story in Silence of the Lambs. I wasn't expecting like Hannibal Lecter to escape at the end. Also, when they come into a cell and the cop is like strung up by his own intestines and shit. That was definitely a horror moment. That was so good. And it's just like, don't tell him anything about yourself. And the whole time he's just like, quid pro quo. You know, you want to know about the killer? You got to tell me about you. So that way, but then he escapes and he's like, oh, you got to be careful. He's coming for you. And she's like, no, he won't come for me. He would consider that to be rude or something. So we're talking about how you can have like standards and principles and whatnot, like with Balin and Ahsoka, where bad guys can actually have like the standards and principles and are like a, you know, a Goodfellas or a Scarface situation. And him having like he's a horrible monster who wants to eat your face, but like he's also got some integrity and some principles, you know. I love those kind of characters. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Moxie, any last thing you want to say about Silence of the Lambs before we move on?
I love it. Sorry, I had to take a phone call. So missed a little bit of your discussion, but love it. Watch it.
What would you give it out of 10? Because I'm kind of hard. I want to do like 8 out of 10. If we had a little bit more from Jodie Foster's character, I think I would have bumped it.
8.5 for me.
Yeah, I think Gladiator is at my 8. Aliens at 8.5. I feel like that's a pretty good area for it. Quite happy with it. Yes, it's
nice candy.
His lines are really good and the acting is so good, and holy crap, it makes the movie. All right, moving on real quick. Do we have time? We're wondering if CBS is going to bend the knee to Trump. They're trying to sell CBS is now Paramount. Viacom CBS is now Paramount, which is selling to Skydance. And they're like, oh, Trump is all about deregulation, so we should be able to merge. That'll be good. But he has a beef with 60 Minutes. So it seems that CBS is finally doing a little course correction. And old Crybaby here says, oh, I'm not going to be able to run the newsroom like I want to because you say we can't be a bunch of fucking liars constantly getting sued by Trump anymore. So he threw a giant hissy fit, and then Paramount chair Sherry Redstone, from the Redstones, Sumner Redstone was a very powerful executive and huge globalist. Him and like Ted Turner were like the media globalists back in the day. Basically comes out and is like, yeah, we need to give facts and not opinions. So this is the mainstream media having a fake news reckoning yet once again, and CBS is just trying to somewhat come back to the middle, and their executives are throwing hissy fits and quitting and making a giant stink for them. But we talk about those executives. They can want to go back to the middle and facts, not opinions. But the on-air talent, the people like, the writers and whatnot, good luck getting them to go along. All right, I watched Warfare, thanks to Justin Cook. It's basically just PTSD Trigger, the movie. It's not really a movie. It's like a war manual. I would only recommend it to military people or people like Badger and ABF who love all the tactical stuff. Oh no, Badger, you actually might have to do something productive now this weekend.
Fuck that gay shit. I want to play Oblivion. I was on my way towards Leowin. I was going to become the whatever.
All right, so
you didn't like Warfare? It sounds like every time you describe it, sounds like it's Black Hawk Down meets other shit.
But it's not. I was expecting Black Hawk Down, but Black Hawk Down has like a story. You get that like that middle part like they do in Saving Private Ryan when they're all like beat up, hide in like a house. You have that little downtime. You do lots of good character stuff. Yeah, none of that. There was no character stuff whatsoever. You did like the characters, but it all came from like personality and what they said. You don't get character like backstory and character arc kind of character stuff. So it's basically just them doing like an exact recreation of what happened. I think one of the guys directing it was like his former military. So it was all about highly like accurate to what's really going on. So military people would really enjoy that part. It's no Black Hawk Down. It's barely a movie. There's barely a story. A lot of the gunfights cool, but like no one gets shot so many things get fired, no one gets shot. There's a
Yay.
moment when the giant IED goes off, and that part, they had the audio up way too loud. I literally had to go ask them to turn it down because it was like broken amount of loud, like a hurt amount of loud. And when that IED went off, I felt it in my chest.
Just like shooting the 50 cal with ABF War Master.
When I talk about universal scores, I'm like, there's a checklist, all the various different categories, which tons of subcategories and then subcategories. So the subcategory of realism, 10 out of 10. But way too many other subcategories just like don't even exist. Like music. There is no music. There are so many moments that are really slow and quiet. And I've been trained from how like normal movies or TV shows go, where I'm like, oh, this is really awkward. And they're staying on it way too long. And they're talking about shit that doesn't matter in the slightest. So that means they're just trying to lull you so that way they can make an explosion happen. But no, it was just really slow. So I think he was trying to show like the hurry up and wait that you have to deal with, where you're like on edge. You got that like fight or flight. You got all the adrenaline going through your brain. You're like, all right, hoorah, let's go. And it's, oh wait, the tank's going to be another 5 minutes. So you just kind of stand there. And then so it goes to different person. And one guy like kind of messes with it. Another guy comes out and he puts something in his vest. And then another guy, he's got some sweat come down his head. And it's like nothing fucking happened. It's like, I bet it's super realistic. The people who've been like in the military, especially, you know, like some Gulf War stuff, they're like, oh yeah, this is so realistic. Oh my God, this is so amazing. But like, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone except veterans. And then most of them, if you have any PTSD issues, do not watch at all. It's PTSD Trigger, the movie, and the realism's a 10 out of 10. The rest of it struggled a lot. Badger, you enjoyed Sinners, though. Tell us about Sinners.
Yeah, I did enjoy Sinners. I'm not one of those that thinks it's the greatest thing ever invented and going to go see it 3 or 4 times. But in a world of slop, this is a very competent, good movie, well directed, well acted. I told everyone did their job.
Good bit of style to
well. Yeah,
that's what interested me.
It's exactly what we said. If you want to fucking tell black stories, stop race swapping everyone and just go fucking tell a story. And that's what he did. I honestly, by the time they got to the vampires, I didn't even give a shit about the I was enough of just the brothers and then coming back like the elevator.
You're saying it's like Dusk Till Dawn, where you've got like a movie and then you get to the vampire movie.
From Dusk Till Dawn, a couple of different things, including the criminal brothers. But like basically, like you got twin brothers that worked in Chicago for gangsters. They've become dangerous and wealthy, and they have booze, and they go back to their town, the devil you know, as they say in the line, Chicago is just a plantation with big buildings. So they go back to where they are to open up a nightclub. And it's in opening up that nightclub that all the fun and the trouble and at the beginning, it's sort of like a heist in the sense that they're trying to get everyone to come and do this nightclub and paying people. That's where you get the black community, and that's what I think Delroy Lindo was talking about when he saw it was like an allegory for like crab pulling in the black community. You see the aversion of 2 black businessmen trying to make something for themselves.
Because I was concerned.
I love allegory. Robert's convinced me that we all need allegory. Yeah, there were black vampires though, by the way.
The KKK vampires and stuff like that. Like that was the worry. But
KKK
said
thing
it's like
is
the opposite.
Set up there, and it's a dovetail of like just who some of the local people are and who they bought the land and area that they bought it from. It makes
black
sense.
People aren't vampires, right? I thought
at some point black people do become vampires. The vampires aren't racist, and it's a very interesting depiction of vampires. Classical but new.
They got many mind control powers, or they just got like a thirst for blood and are a little
older ones seem to be able to fly. Garlic hurts them, like the classic type of but they don't honestly, I said this whole movie, I didn't really think the vampires were the bad guys. It was more of a self-preservation. And honestly, if you want to talk about the racist, it wasn't the fucking vampires. They made a lot of good points. And recited Bible verses. So it gets into like, what kind of vampire are you? Oh, and this is the one thing I will say. Stay to the end fucking credits. And I don't mean stay to the 1 and 2. I mean stay to the end fucking credits. Because there's a very important scene that if you don't see, the entire movie would mean something different to you.
All right. That's important to say. Because I will stay for 1. final credit scene. I will not stay for the second one after the. You gotta wait for
have
the
to be
Super
invited in. That's the other big ones that have to be invited. So it's the classical depiction.
I am jealous. I really wish I had gotten to see that one instead.
Yeah, so I enjoyed it. It's like a 9 out of 10 movie to me, and it probably would have been a 10 except for some fucking retarded decisions that a couple of characters made. That I'll let you find out for yourself.
All right, and then someone suggested Generation Kill. Don't you worry, ABF already put it on my list. It's in between Naruto and Demon Slayer Season 2. So, all right, Sinners, and then what we got coming up next? Ooh, Badger also gonna be seeing Revenge of the Sith.
I got my tickets for Saturday because they were all sold out Friday, and all the other ones basically.
Dressing
up? No,
oh my God.
I'm not brave enough to go by myself. All dressed up. Yeah, no. Maybe I'll bring my lightsaber. Walk down the street and get jumped. No.
I saw the Vader helmets. Those things are going to sell out hard. So yeah, tracking to be the biggest re-release ever. Yeah, have the biggest opening weekend for a re-release in the modern era. 3.4 million in domestic previews, which beat The Accountant 2's domestic previews. Thursday box office. So turns out people still like Star Wars. They just hate Disney Star Wars.
This question to me right here, Red French Moon, is like, did people like when Star-Lord stopped them from getting the gauntlet off because he emotionally was compromised and started hitting him? I understand it, but with such good writing, boy, that was a fucking choice to make. Yeah. So,
we make a character stupid or like overly emotional just to get the plot
out of nowhere. This re-release though, Revenge of the Sith, is gonna make money. It's gonna make money. A lot of people. This ain't like Phantom Menace or Attack of the Clones. Like even people that don't like the prequels will watch Revenge of the Sith because of all the fighting, and that's where everything happens. That's where everything goes down. Now, some people didn't need it. I get that, and we still got the original releases that they will probably do. But yeah. If you wanted to see Order 66, I can't wait to see the space battle and all of it all over again. It was 19, I think, when it came out.
The sound, the experience, there will probably be lots of cheering. Accountant 2. Is this got enough draw for you to get back out into the theater, Roger?
I already wanted to see it, and then I saw the trailer again. This looks like good. Fucking John Barenthal. Just put him in anything with guns and have him be a badass.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Weren't you also mildly interested in The Legend of Ochi? Weren't you the one
yes, also because practical. I know exactly what this movie is going to be, and it's going to make me feel good the whole time, and I'm here for it.
PG, hour and a half, just nice, easy fun. Once we get the popcorn thermometer, and if people somewhat like it, I might go see it too. Because a lot of people are like, the story's okay, but it's like visual feast, and it looks like I might go just so my eyeballs can.
Things are getting confusing now.
Have some happiness.
We're still going to have a bunch of games, movies, and TV shows that are compromised from ideology, and they're still going to be quote unquote woke. But we're also now getting good shit because all of a sudden people are allowed to make good things again. So now we got to have the responsibility of not immediately judging everything and try to suss out what's what.
Split Fiction being a good example of that.
Even Ghost of Yote, which we'll talk about tomorrow, based on what the directors have talked about. I know, we're all tired of girl bosses, but if it's made for the right choice reasons, we'll see.
Yeah, people have been telling me to see the first one. Hadn't gotten around to it. Intrigues me. If people end up loving it, I might give it a chance. Pulp Fiction. I'd seen it before when I was younger and thought it was good, but maybe a little overrated. And I wanted to watch it again, and good, but a little overrated. The story is pretty weak because the story is pretty non-existent. I really wish that it had just been an opening scene. These two. If the movie had just been these two and then focused on them and the briefcase, giving them an actual like somewhat linear-ish story, I would have been happy to give it a 10 out of 10. But man, the story is so meandering and nonsense. And then it finished. I'm like, wait, Uma Thurman never even came back. But I get why everyone loves it.
Join us tomorrow where we're going to be talking about it. But it's one of those things where it's like, I have faith that it'll be the same gameplay as Ghost of Tsushima. Now, whether you can turn your brain off and enjoy your Kill Bill arc of a girl boss killing six unique personalities.
I'll just put like a giant in one of like the straw hats or whatever, and I won't even be able to know it's a girl. So
say what again?
Yeah, like so many. There's lots of great lines, but there was some dialogue that was a little weaker than I was hoping for.
I like he's like a
character stuff, but
get my wallet out of the bag. Which wallet is yours? It's the one that says badass motherfucker on it.
yeah. It's subcategory of quotable lines, 10 out of 10, 100% for sure. Yes. But like the story is all of a sudden they're
cheese.
Oh, we just got in a fight, we're having a gunfight, and now there's a gimp. And okay.
Why not
get the gimp?
Not exactly a Forrest Gump, you know. Like I just watched like The Green Mile and Silence of the Lambs, really good stories, and it was like, all right, this was really all over the place. But the character, but it's fun. You're fine with going all over the place, you know.
Still waiting for them. They're late and gay, but while we have 176 people, make sure to join us all tonight on Inside the Badger Den, and probably the Doolies joining us because Cabal now. Yay! And we're talking about all the things. Nothing specific. I'm not going soft, but we can't be like the John De La Rosas where everything is woke all the time. We've made significant victories and progress, and we've seen a lot of good things come out. And so now we have to support the good while still pointing out all the bad. But if we just scream woke all the time, no one's going to listen to us.
The boy who cried woke. That's the whole John Campea. Woke. We can't become what John Campea and Alyssa Mercante accuse us of being. And that's why we keep giving Gooch. We love Gooch so much, but he's so like black pill these days. And that's why we give him a hard time, because you can't just say, I don't like it to every single thing.
I love him. Before Graph Web says something passive aggressive. Yes, we're still reading super chats. For two, can I do it? I'll do it in a Price of Reason. Are you ready?
Please.
For fuck's sake, cancel Disney Plus. Thank you, Price. Oh.
What a gift.
Yeah. He makes us all better people. Sounds like my friend's going cray cray lomao. Or, since we got time, quick, Badger, I got to keep Justin Cook happy in private chat. I put a trailer for Heads of State.
He was a giving lover. What can I say? I felt so bad for him and consoled him when he got out of the water, and things happen. All right, leave Leon alone.
He just looked so, he needed a hug. And then things,
I wish,
one thing led to another.
Gooch had pushed him back in. I mean, would have been like the Daredevil, just casual push back in, but it's all right. It's all right. Is this what we're doing with our lives now? We're watching John Cena.
Justin Cook sent it to me. It's also Idris Elba.
Oh.
One's the president, one's the prime
president. It's our debut duet. Duet. Yeah, it's like I'm Dr. Dre and you're Eminem, and we're taking that stage for the first time together.
No.
I'm Eminem.
What, Justin Cook? What are we
walking around thinking you're better than everybody else? What's the difference between me and you? You are the commander in chief. You know, some DJ in Vegas. All right, I get it. You don't like my movies. I've never seen any movies, but the universe keeps telling me I look cool with a gun in my hand.
He's like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Instead of Trump, it's Arnold becomes.
No, it's like President Schwarzenegger. He was the governor.
What's that? That can't be good.
What do you mean, Fenris? What do you mean? Oh my god.
This might be retardedly good.
God.
I don't know about this.
This might be full retard.
Security breach in history.
Yeah, it might be bad enough like a G20 where like Gary might
Bro,
make a
they're
video about it.
hitchhiking.
With sheep?
Yeah, we're about to get our asses kicked, man. Read the room.
All right, Justin, you might be right. This might be so bad it's good.
A lot of people want you dead.
Okay.
My mission is to deliver you to the most secure location on this continent.
But that is the good. That does not count as a moratorium.
There is no backup.
What's the playbook on this?
Oh,
there is
fucking
no damn playbook.
Quaid.
Let's make one. On the movies now, son.
It's Buddy Leader movie.
Come on.
This dumb fun, I believe, is the
It
genre.
looks like stupid, retarded. Turn your brain off.
Oh yeah, actually, retard fun, I think, is possibly more accurate. But as we discussed with Van Damme and Lundgren, you don't have to be able to act to be great in action star. Oh my god!
I'll take this over G20.
Yeah, that's literally what I was about to say.
Oh my goodness!
All right, fuck off.
Fine.
Yeah, fine. Fine.
They know it's retarded. Okay, fine.
Just that's fine.
Yeah. Let go and let tard. Yes.
Let go and
Magnum
let tard.
dropping a
Jesus.
10. Erwin hasn't watched Sopranos, therefore his opinion is complete dookie. See, no. I literally just this week finished the last movie where you guys can't say my opinion no longer matters because I haven't seen anything. And I just finished all the anime. So now movies and animes are done.
This is goalposting.
I have my credibility now. And now the next step is TV shows and anime shows, which is a hell of an undertaking because those have so many shows and so many seasons. So next step is me working on my video game channel and video games on this channel and eventually hopefully some politics, but I will continue spinning the wheel to watch movies, and I'm going to be watching all the anime shows and all of the TV shows for you guys. I'm moving. No, literally though, I felt so good because I have my watch list. So be able, I have to watch, or else they'll call me like gay and retarded. And
see how
nerd.
big that wheel was?
They're all gone.
Goalposting.
Well, yeah, no. Well, this is not the stuff I need to watch. I don't need to watch Under Siege. Like, I don't need to watch Naked Gun, but I really should. But like,
at all,
me not having seen Naked Gun wasn't the same as me not having seen Blazing Saddles. You know, like Contact, I'd love to watch. Next
Contact's
sounds
good.
great. Major Pain I saw a long time ago and I'd love to watch, but it's not exactly like 10 out of 10 winning all of the Green Mile. Watching the Green Mile and I would even argue Silence of the Lambs. That was I'm complete. And then I finished my anime, which we'll be discussing tomorrow. And now I'm on to the shows on the anime shows. So
I applied some Kuroshara skewering, or what the fuck he said.
Wait, what just happened?
It's a gooch clip of the anime.
All right, and they are not live yet, correct?
No, they're very
Okay,
late and
I'm not
gay.
part of it.
Robot
Okay.
Head is their guest, so maybe he's having a malfunction. Turn him on and back off. Turn him off and back on. again.
So blurst.
Moxie, why did this appear at my door?
You're retarded.
People demanded it.
In what fashion did this happen?
My monthly griftathon. And it was a part of my $50 Temu shopping spree.
Temu?
You're covered in it.
I made this.
You're
They're
rolling
live.
with it.
They're live, by the way.
Get it off.
Erwin, who doesn't want that shirt, but has been huffing the paint from his solo leveling daggers, which almost certainly has given him another something.
You learn to love the smell. Badger, where should they join us tonight?
Inside the Badger Den tonight, now with the Doolies, 8 o'clock PST avocado time. It's going to be great. We'll talk about all the things.
And Moxie, from here on out, where should people join before Pre-FNT? Are there any streams beforehand?
Gaming?
And then we roll in to Nerd Wars for Pre-FNT. And today I have members only game stream, and tonight Inside the Badger's Den, and I'm popping by Danny on direct over on LawTube for a baby shower, apparently. So busy day.
Busy. What are you doing for gaming? More Jackbox games?
Jackbox, what the dub, goofy stuff.
Awesome. You love to hear it, chat. I appreciate you so much. I love you. I saw each piece of my PC comes in. I cry, and I'm going to put it all together into a PC Voltron, and then we're going to shove all the degenerate stickers you guys want on there. Miss you guys.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I needed to get rid of the human garbage, otherwise known as my best friends.
Come on.
Bonnie, how do you keep getting back in?
Well, bye.
If we're not back by dawn, call the president.
Accurate, and also I don't know what you're talking about. Magnum, we couldn't do this without you.